Protein is massively hyped. There are very few people who are protein deficient in this country.
On this podcast, this individual goes on to state that people are consuming 2 times as much protein as they need. This isn't really true, but it also isn't necessarily a bad thing. Essentially, American adults typically consume between 1 and 1.5 grams per kilogram per day of protein. And technically, the RDA for protein is 0.8 grams. And this is enough to prevent a protein deficiency, which has some extreme mental and physical consequences. With that being said, there are studies looking beyond the RDA, looking at what protein intake helps to maximize health, and their conclusion is between 1.2 and 1.6 grams per kilogram per day. With that being said, we do have studies on high protein diets, demonstrating they're extremely helpful for weight loss and preventing weight regain. And instead of consuming 14 to 16% of total energy as protein, these studies are around 25 to 30% of calories as protein. We even have studies looking at 4.4 grams per kilogram per day, which is 5.5 times the recommended daily allowance. And when this is combined with resistance training, it actually has favorable effects on fat loss and muscle gain. Interestingly, this study was trying to make participants get into a caloric surplus, but these participants didn't actually increase body fat, indicating that for some reason excess protein doesn't lead to a substantial amount of body fat storage, or consuming this much protein simply reduces the consumption of fats and carbohydrates, therefore kicking someone out of a caloric surplus, getting them to either maintenance or in a caloric deficit. That study is interesting and I would recommend you read it, but it's a little bit besides the point. We are technically getting about 1.5 times the RDA, but this isn't necessarily a bad thing. And looking at ranges of 2, 3, or even 5.5 times the RDA, we see favorable effects for weight loss, body composition, and preventing weight regain. If you would like an individualized approach to your nutrition and lifestyle to optimize your health, energy, and body composition, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.